All right, test 1, 2, 3. I think we're good to go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a great day. I know today has kind of been all over the place for the markets, but it'll be a pretty good time to talk about it. You know, just chill out for a little bit more, kind of see what happens next. Loki says hello. He's over here with oh yeah, up. Where's Loki at? Yeah. Oh, okay. He's in a playful mood. But anyway, let me double check to see what exactly is going on here. There we are. All right, so happy Tuesday. Happy to see all of you guys here. It's going to be a pretty chill stream tonight, guys. There's not really much going on with Bitcoin. We're still kind of in that consolidation range, and we're going to see if we're going to be able to hold this level or if we're going to have to break back down a little bit more. But primarily, it's all about the day trades right now. The day trades are where everything's at. Everybody else is basically still dollar cost averaging or still waiting for a large enough dip to really try to go all in for a swing trade, if you ask me. For me, I'm just sticking to what I've been sticking to here for the past few days here. So let's get started here. Let me get a sip of water though. All right, there we go. So let's just kind of break down some of the stuff that's been going on here over the last 24 hours, because it definitely has been kind of interesting. From a daily chart perspective, it really hasn't been all too much. We talked about that rejection off of the 50-day moving average. We're still dealing with that at this point in time, and it doesn't look great, but again, we're still kind of moving sideways. We're still trying to have a reversal that breaks us out and goes to potentially all-time highs again. Again, what we talked about yesterday was more of the news events that could really keep us going higher, because at this point I do think we have to wait for those news events, but until then it's kind of just a day trader's paradise right now, if you ask me. So let's go over here to the 1 hour chart. You can see kind of what's been going on recently over the last, like a half an hour to an hour. We finally started to see Bitcoin coming back down here. We were hoping that I might try to make a resurgence or at least go sideways. Unfortunately, no. It looks like we're heading back down here towards $62,000 or about. Just a few $100 lower than where we are right now, but that's going to be a big level to watch for, because if we start breaking down below that, or you could just look at this 200 moving average, then we start coming back down to like $61,000, $60,000, and you might see people get more concerned about what's going on in the market. At this point in time, like I said before, dollar cost averaging is still going to be my best way of making money, and then day trading for the for the gain, so to speak. Last night we were talking about day trading AJAX, PHA, Fetch AI, and RNDR and World Token. Those all had really good moves yesterday. So if you guys actually did day trade into those, you're pretty happy with the results right now. Unfortunately, we couldn't swing trade into them because, again, we were waiting for Bitcoin to get back into that overall bullish mentality. But I was still happy with the results. And if you guys did make some trades there yesterday, I think you guys are pretty happy as well. If not, you guys have probably already stopped out, hopefully in profit at this point in time. But there's been some nice moves. And as much as this market's still kind of in a wonky position, it's nice that you can still make some consistent gains here while everything is kind of more volatile than we would like, or more sideways, more downward than we would like overall, right? So just a little bit of an update. Bitcoin is heading down right now. You can see it a little bit better right there. On the 4 hour chart, you can see we're still getting pushed down. You might be looking at the 50 moving average on that 4 hour chart. That could also be a nice level of support to buy on. Again, kind of matching with the 200 moving average on the 1 hour chart. However, for me, I think I'm just going to sit this out for a little bit. I'm going to wait for an opportunity where I see momentum shifting a little bit more. What I'm looking at right now on the 4 hour chart is the MACD is bearish, the RSI is bearish, and the stochastic is bearish right now. So I think we might need a little bit longer before we kind of bottom out here. And then once I see us bottoming out a little bit more, I'll be more inclined to start buying up. If you guys are trying to scalp or do day trades on maybe the 5-minute or the 50-minute charts, I think there's opportunities for you, but you guys are going to have to at least wait for the 1 hour chart to stabilize here, or even the 15-minute chart to stabilize. We still haven't stabilized after this move, so I'm basically just waiting for us to find a nice bottom, then I can start trading. But right now, oops, moving my phone across here. Right now, I really don't see a crazy incentive to be going all gung-ho and buying up stuff. I was looking to see if there was any big events happening today, anything like that. Not really. There was some news out in the stock market as far as earnings, like Disney didn't have a good earnings. Apple had a new announcement with their new Apple iPad Pro type of thing. It looks like a normal iPad. And then we have Reddit soaring, but I didn't really see much news that would affect us over here in the cryptocurrency markets. One thing that I think was kind of interesting here, if I can move this over and No, I think my, wait a second. No, Google's doing something funny here. Does this work now? I think Google's killing me here slowly. Okay, so yeah, I can do that, but I can't actually. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Google's frozen for whatever reason on my screen. I can't even see myself talking on my streaming software, but I'm pretty sure it's still going. No, I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully you guys are still getting the signal though, because I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and I might just have to go over here to this task manager, Streamlabs. There you go. Yeah, what's going on here? Google Chrome is going a little bit crazy at this point in time. There we go. Working now. I do not know what's going on with Google these days. I feel like Google's using more and more computer processing power than it's supposed to be using. Maybe I should try to cap it or something. Yeah, because now my Google account is just kind of freezing. So I'm almost wondering if I should just take everything off here. X out of that and then see if I can get it turned back on. It's going to be kind of hard. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally. Jeez. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what the heck was happening. Normally I just delete everything, but there's so much stuff built into the software that I'm using to stream with. I was like, oh, please hope I don't have to reset everything. All right. But anyway, sorry about that. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, overall, there wasn't really much crazy news that I was looking at. As far as what's going on today, honestly, it's a pretty chill day, if you ask me. Nice and calm, not much to be excited about, not much to be mad about. A lot of the big moves happened last night as far as AI tokens, and that's when I kind of sold off, hitting some of those price targets here. But you got over the last 24 hours, everything's just down a teeny bit. Bitcoin's down 1%, Ethereum's down 2%. Excuse me. Overall, I'm not too concerned about what's going on right now. You can even see a little bit of green in here. Not much, but you can see a little bit. There are a few things that are down quite a bit, like dog with hat. These type of things I'm not overly concerned about just because of how volatile they can be. But you do see a lot of altcoins coming down a little bit. Am I panicking right now? No, I'm just going to continue to dollar cost average. It's only Tuesday, I think, so we still have a couple more days before I have to buy into the market again. But next big breakout, you're looking for the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart, is basically right there. Let this consolidate for a little bit. If you guys are looking for an opportunity to buy, it'll probably be on this next breakout when the 4-hour chart's looking a little bit more graceful. That might not happen again until sometime tomorrow though, so I'm not really hoping for a whole bunch of excitement, unfortunately. Mostly just some day trades here or there and waiting for opportunities like that breakout that can really get us gearing up. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was back on Friday. Was this Friday? Yeah, Friday we were talking about this. How we could do a dip and a rip type of effect. I thought it might happen a little bit more quicker. But at this point in time, I think the same thing applies because typically we want to see the moving averages get an opportunity to start moving back up. We haven't had the 50 on the 4-hour chart actually move up at all. And once we have that next breakout there, which I think will happen here, I think that's when you start to see us have a large move up towards $70,000 and getting really excited about potentially all-time highs again. But it looks like that might not happen until sometime later on tonight, or more likely going into tomorrow, and that's what I'm kind of planning here. So maybe for tonight I'll try to buy a small position here to see where it goes, and then basically waiting for it to break out and move up higher. Typically you just wait for the breakout and then buy, but I might choose to buy in just a little bit more early. Oh, there we go. And sorry for the burps, guys. I'm going to drink too much sparkling water here. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, let me get rid of the oscillators and whatnot. Ethereum, still in this downtrend here. Solana, still in this overall downtrend. We're seeing some moves and stuff. We're also just seeing those clear levels of resistance. Some things have been able to break out. Some things have been able to try. You can see Dogecoin right here to try 2 separate times to break out over the last few days. Failed each time. Dog with hat, this one got rejected off of that level of resistance. There's a lot of simple stuff going on. It's not the most complicated, but it's kind of it's easy to understand what's going on here. So again, If you guys looking to trade, you're most likely just sitting on your hands right now, unless you guys are scalping or looking for maybe a high risk trade. That high risk trade is buying right now and waiting for a move to happen sometime tomorrow afternoon, or maybe sometime even tomorrow evening. That's kind of the move I'm looking at right now, and maybe you could dollar cost average your way into there if you wanted to. And hey, Seymour, happy to see you. Doth, happy to see you, my man. Hey, Great Gatsby, happy to see you. We're near an Elliott wave. Ooh, there we go. Are there outflows in the ETFs? There have been outflows for the past few weeks here for the most part. I know we've kind of have ebbs and flows, so a little bit in, a little bit out. Things like Grayscale right here, I know it's going to be hard for you to see, but you can see Grayscale had a little bit of Bitcoin inflow today. So they pretty much sold 656, but there was also some going in there, which is kind of nice. And for a Grayscale, that's big because normally it's just only going out. Fidelity, they bought some today, about 1,000. That's pretty good news there. BlackRock. Oh, what was that? What the heck? BlackRock moved $4 million of USDC around. Did they do anything today? No, they didn't do anything today as far as Bitcoin's concerned. So BlackRock is pretty ARK Invest sold some Bitcoin today, bought some Bitcoin today. So ARK Invest actually bought some Bitcoin today, which is pretty nice. Because remember, even though Bitcoin went down recently, just over the last few hours, like this little move that we were looking at, the majority of the day, sorry, not replay, there we are. The majority of the day for today and yesterday, was a nice little rally, followed by that larger move. So you should see some nice inflows, and I think we have seen them overall. But they haven't been like, life-changing or anything like that. They've just been good. 7 hours, Bitcoin over here for VanEck, going well over here. Some Lincoln Matic sold off, it looks like, but overall, inflows are getting a little bit better. Even going over here to some of the stuff from Asia, the asset management, they're starting to get a little bit higher here as well. China asset management, they're up a little bit more here as well. So, I know it's such a new chart that we don't really have a lot of data to go off of. It's looking okay so far. It's not like it's just coming straight down or anything like that. And hopefully that brings in more inflows down the road. Now, moving forward here, the dollar index, that is going back up. And I know we've talked about this at length here, but that's not the best of signs. We want to see this going down. And we talked about that support level down here. What happens if it bounces off? It bounced off. You saw Bitcoin stopped going up. We'll wait to see what happens here. We'll wait. But I think we're still doing okay. We're still on our way down here. We're still on our way towards $104. That's kind of where the dollar index is trying to head down to. Who knows if we'll actually reach this level? We're going to reach it very, very fast if we have a cool inflation report. If it's a hot inflation report, we are going to just start to skyrocket back up here. And that's the big concern for everybody at this point. All right, so that's the one thing here. Oil coming down still. That's interesting. We're going to see if it actually continues to break down or if it tries to bounce back up. I would say at this point in time, we're more likely to come down. Sorry, oof. But again, we'll kind of have to keep track of that bit by bit. There we go. So, long story short, as far as like the overall trades with Bitcoin and most altcoins that you guys are looking at, I'm going to be doing day trades here or smaller trades like scalps and whatnot. If you want to swing trade, you're going to probably start to dollar cost average every few hours starting now, and then just wait to see what happens tomorrow and the day after. For me, it's not really worth it. I'd rather just wait for the breakout and then trade the breakout. Hopefully it just happens when I'm awake, to be honest. But besides that, I'm kind of just sitting on my hands right now. Let's go back over here to the Bitcoin 15 so we can actually see they're trying to have a small reversal here. Do I know where Celsius is up 300%? No, usually those low market cap tokens that kind of have crashed off and died off, every now and again they get big pumps out of nowhere. Same with the FTX token and stuff like that. Higher risk. Be careful if you want to trade them, but they're still out there on the markets. And hey, Nicholas, happy to see you, my man. Bullish divergence on the 1.5 set us up to retest the current figuration from the 2 hours ago. I mean, I'm hoping we can still have a good move here. That's why I said, people can definitely be longing here. It's just you got to have a stop loss at this point. A good stop loss. And hey, Matt, it's happy to see you. Hold on a second here. Somebody's spamming up a storm. And hey, Greg Gatsby, It's 4:40 a.m. here. You need to come on earlier. Had a feeling you'd coming on live today. Let's go. What do you call? I was gonna go on live earlier, but okay. You guys know how I have ADHD, and it's a real pain for me to make content and videos for you guys. I'm trying to make a strategy video for you guys, a trading strategy one that has like explains everything step by step by step, and I mean as step by step by step, like as detailed as I can. But like I almost had a mental breakdown, not like a real breakdown, but just like my head hurt so much because I haven't been getting as much sleep lately for whatever reason, and I was just like, I have to figure this out how I want to do this video. So I tried to make a video for like 4 or 5 hours today. And every single time I just ended up deleting it because it was just not worth it. I could be like half an hour through making the video, and then boom, I just make a mistake, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right, or I accidentally clicked a button where I wasn't supposed to do it, and it kind of looked weird. My brain couldn't reset, so I just had to reset every single time. So after the stream tonight, I'm going to go to bed, put my phone down, no phone time, pass out. Well, I'm gonna play with Loki outside a little bit. I gotta pick up some trash too. But after doing my little errands, I'm gonna go to bed, pass out, and then just try to fall asleep all the way until the morning. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to record a video, and hopefully it'll be done by Saturday morning so I can post it for you guys. Because I'm gonna have to break it up because I just can't do a half an hour video for whatever reason. I can't do it because I'm so tired right now. If I wasn't as tired, I think I'd be able to kind of push through a half an hour to an hour video. But right now, I think I'm just going to break it into certain parts, have a little bit of PowerPoint presentation in it. That way, there's a beginning where I can record myself for like 4 or 5 minutes talking. Then there's like a middle where I can record myself talking for 10 minutes at a time, maybe 4 times. And then an ending where I maybe record myself talking for maybe one 10-minute or 15-minute session. And so I can get through it. Because even thinking about doing the work right now, the front of my head is starting to have a headache. So I know it's not good. I need to practice this type of stuff because I do want to make more tutorials for you guys. It's just how to make them, because again, there are so many tutorials out there that give out bad information, and I really want you guys to have good information out there, but good information isn't flashy. So when I make this content, I already assume it's not going to get a lot of views, which already hurts me enough. So I'm just like, I'll just make it for you guys. I'm going to try to put some effort into this, but I'm not going to kill myself over it because I know only maybe 400 or 500 people are going to watch this video, and that's going to be it. YouTube will not promote it anymore because it's not as exciting and flashy. So I've been trying to like not go overboard with the content, but instead now I'm just going to make a good video, but I'm just going to break it up into small parts. So I do one part of the video in the morning, one part of the video in the afternoon, one part of the video, in the evening, and all kind of meshes together. Everything is really nice and peaceful, and I don't have to worry about headaches. I don't have to worry about getting stressed out. And like, why would I be stressed out about it? It hurts my head too much to think about it. So instead of dealing with all that type of stuff, tomorrow I'm gonna take it easy and try to be very calm about it. All I have to do tomorrow for YouTube is make a morning video, play with Loki, and I'm gonna sit down and try to make a video, and we're gonna see how that goes. And hey Tim, happy to see you, my man. Don't spam, brother. Yeah, people are gonna do it all the time. And hey Locks guy, happy to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Are we going to moon supply shock coming soon? I would say it's probably, if we're gonna have a supply shock, it would happen post post CPI data. Don't know why I was thinking of ICP, but post that data. Right now, I would say everybody in the market, whether you're talking about the stock market or the crypto market, we're kind of in this weird, I forgot I have my reclining seat on today. I got the reclining motion here. We're in this purgatory. We're kind of just waiting to see what happens next. The overall gist, you guys kind of all know this, but let me just kind of frame it in the right way. Typically, when interest rates are lower, the markets really like that because money is cheaper and money flows a lot more. There you have the stock market going up a lot higher. You have the cryptocurrency markets going up a lot higher. And so obviously when rates are very high like they are right now, they're very restrictive. What happens? Typically you're going to see more headwinds blowing into the markets. And right now we've been seeing 3 months of straight inflation hotter than expected. So not only is inflation bad, but it's so much worse than we thought. And that spooks the markets each and every time. We've had a few bits of good news here over the past few weeks, but what does good news mean in today's world? That, what is the good news that will drive cryptocurrency up, drive the stock market up? For us, good news is actually bad news. We want to see for Bitcoin to go up, we want to see bad economic news. There's been a few good pieces of news out there. A couple that come off the top of the head is the 1.6 GDP number that we had. So we were expecting a GDP number of 2.4%, and guess what? It came in at 1.6. That's worse than expected. That means the economy is doing worse off, which means there's a possibility for us to have rate cuts earlier than expected, which led Bitcoin going sky high for a little bit here, having a really nice day. On the other side of the equation here, we also had the jobs report, basically, that was worse than expected. That was also bad for the overall economy, but good for the stock market, good for the cryptocurrency market, because we're all waiting to see when rate cuts are happening. That being said, Bitcoin at this point in time, I'll zoom out here for you to see. Let's get rid of the oscillators. Go over to the weekly chart. Let's get rid of some of this stuff right here. All right. You can see that Bitcoin's going down. Or going down here. We're going down. It's not a terrible move down, but we're going down. We've been down a few times throughout this cycle, and it's been bad every time, but we just find a way to keep on going up eventually. At this point in time, what's going on here? We're heading down, we're testing out this 20-week moving average, and we're hoping that we're going to find a way to hold on to this. And this is where next week really comes into play. We really want to have CPI data be cooler than expected. If CPI data comes in cold, or we have we have less inflation, basically, that gives us a catalyst to actually go up here, retest these highs, and then break out to all-time highs over the next few weeks. That's the big move that everybody's hoping for. On the flip side here, if things get bad and we have harder than expected inflation, well, that's when we start coming back down here to retest at the 20-week moving average. And if we don't do well here, which most likely won't happen because, again, we'd be in a bad situation from inflation, we would see Bitcoin start to come all the way back down here towards the low 50s or something like that. And that'd really be just because of bad inflation. And an easy way to kind of view this, besides just looking at Bitcoin alone, is, again, pulling out that dollar index. It really is important that you guys understand what's going on. The dollar index is in a nice uptrend right now. This is okay. It doesn't have to, we're not going every week that it's going up, Bitcoin isn't crashing back down. This was July 2023. Let me open up this very fast. July 2023. So even if the dollar index is screaming upwards, sure, Bitcoin fell down, right? Bitcoin fell, but it wasn't like Bitcoin was going down week after week after week after week after week after week, right? There are some limits to what the dollar index is going to really make us do. However, when we have these larger breakdowns like this, or this, or this, or primarily right now, oh my God, there's the ice cream man is coming along here. There we go. I guess it's that time of year. When we start breaking down some of these larger moves, oh man, things get really, really good. For example, back in October of 2023, we started to break down. What happened in October of 2023? Oh yeah, we started to go boom up. So those type of larger breakouts and breakdowns are what we're looking for. At this point in time, for me to get really excited about Bitcoin going up in the future, I want to see a breakdown here due to us having better than expected inflation reports. And then after that, all I really want to see from the Bitcoin charts, I want to see that MACD turn positive again on the weekly charts. And I'd like to see the RSI and the stochastic also turn positive. We haven't seen all of these things be positive in a little bit of time now. And, I guess since mid-March, late March or something like that. Once all of that kind of gears back on to a bullish mentality, oh yeah, it's going to be a great one. But for me, none of these things are, I guess I can't do it like that. None of these things are going to turn bullish until we see this breakout right there. This breakout is going to be seismic. It's going to be great. I'm going to be loving to load all the way up in there. But it's really dependent on what happens with CPI data coming out next week, It's really going to be massive. One last thing here, though. One of the things that we've been doing here is just dollar cost averaging. So our average at the end of the day, if this moves up higher, like let's say average is right over there, If it decides to break out, we have good data, everything's good, peaceful in the world, you know what I mean. Our average is all the way down here around $63,500. So by the time Bitcoin hits $80,000 or something over here, when you have all those people saying, oh my God, should I buy? I didn't buy. Well, we already had our open positions, and then we're just selling off for some nice profit. Because even if we're like, even if we bought and have an average of $62,000 or $63,000, you're going to be happy to sell some at 80,000. You're going to be happy to sell some at 90 and 100. But just having that base buy, it means you don't have to worry about the volatility that's going to be taking place throughout those times. Because again, we're going to have inflation data month after month after month. Every month could lead to some really crazy stuff here, which, it's going to freak people out. I've been here for a minute. I know how people get freaked out with all of these moves. And especially because we're used to having these really big moves, and then we go sideways for a minute, and then we keep on going up. Because we have to deal with high interest rates this cycle, everything is so much different, which means there's a whole much more unpredictability, and you have so much more differing opinions on social media. Like, you have my opinion, then you have Tom Crown, then you got Benjamin Cohn, and then you also got Crypto Face, then you also got Crypto Life. You got a whole bunch of opinions out there at this point in time. We all think a little bit differently, but if you would have asked us our opinions, more likely than not back in like 2021, we would have all had really similar opinions, which is why this cycle is just kind of more confusing, because we all have our different types of strategies here. I'm more of a time guy because I come from options background. Crypto Life, Crypto Face is definitely really good at scalping and doing those really good day trades. Crypto Life is very good with the technical analysis out there. Tom is very good when it comes to some of those altcoin moves. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now, but we all have our own differing opinions about like maybe what exactly can happen. And it's made all of us a lot more wrong than normal in these cycles, which isn't terrible. But, no influencer ever wants to be wrong when we're giving advice and we're kind of explaining our thought process, because, it's kind of like your credibility. Like last night, I was telling you guys I liked Bitcoin for a little bit, and then really I was looking to day trade altcoins. I'm very happy that altcoins had a very good night last night, but all I wanted to do was day trade them, because if you swing trade them, you're looking at the prices right now, you're like, kind of shucks, it's already came back down. I'm not too happy with the price. There's so much nuance to what we're doing at this point, where it's a lot different than what we saw back in 2020 and 2021. I like the reclining seat. I haven't had my seat reclining in ages. I got a nice swivel chair and I can't do anything with it. And hey, Nox, happy to see you. And hey, Cryptoholic. Yeah, if you guys can, I got 153 people watching. If you guys could like the stream, it helps it a lot. I don't understand why people don't like the stream. It's just never been a thing. I gotta put like a like button or something here. I gotta make sure to subscribe thing on the bottom, but I don't know. If you guys can like it, I'd appreciate it a lot. That Elliott wave, what about the Elliott wave though? What about it? Let's see. All right, there we go. Let me back out a little bit more, because I was trying to find if there was just something newsworthy here, but I just haven't seen much. Even from CoinDesk, the only thing I saw here was Robinhood news. I think X or Twitter, there's not really much news on there right now. I think it's all about Trump or some judge or something today. Robinhood would likely win crypto court case with the SEC. I wholeheartedly believe this. I'm gonna pause this video. Why can't... Wait. Whatever. Basically, the SEC... I hate this website so much. The SEC issuing Robinhood a Wells notice is surprising. KBW said the broker expects no change to the platform's current U.S. crypto operations or asset listings. That's the big thing here. I was really hoping that they would actually have more cryptocurrencies at this point, but I think they really just don't want to have to deal with a lawsuit against the SEC. And even when they were doing nothing wrong, the SEC still came after them with a Wells warning, which means there's definitely going to be a lawsuit here pretty soon. Hey guys, and thanks for liking. Oh yeah, just like that, like we doubled the likes right there, so I appreciate that a lot. I'll just have to like shout that out a little bit more, and I think it'll work, because I know you guys like are happy to do it, but what do you call it? It's just what do you call it? I never asked for it. And hey, multi-stacker, thank you very, very much. No cigar today. Call it all about the Elliott wave. What do you call no cigar? I mean, I can go get a cigar here. I have an old cigar that I haven't opened up. Oh, this one's hard as a rock now, so it was a bodyguard that I got from a friend. Here, let me go grab a cigar very fast and I'll be right back. Before that though, here you can see Loki, because Loki's being a big baby at this point. He's nose-butting me and whining. Yeah, oh yeah. Scared the shit out of me when he did that. Oh, okay, you want it? There you go, good boy. Yeah, give me a second. I got my little portable suitcase thing in my extra room right here, and I'll be right back. I'll grab a cigar. Now that my ear's actually fine and I'm taking all of my antibiotics and stuff, should be good. Give me like a, I don't know, count to 20 seconds or something like that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm back, but I need to put my head back on here. And basically, if we want to go down the cigar route today, I haven't smoked in a hot minute here. Let me open this up. I gotta undo the seal here. There we go. Alright, so we got options today. So, there's a few in here, I guess. On the right-hand side, you got the Cubans. I only have a few in here because I've been smoking a lot more of them than I probably should. We got the Raphaels. These are probably the cheaper of the Cuban cigars. I think these are probably like $10 cigars. This one's a $40 cigar. It's pretty nice from what I've heard, but it's kind of hard to be honest, so... Let's see. I'm almost thinking I want to have a special tool to cut that inside and kind of let the airflow in there. This one's not bad, the Upman, and I got the Epicure number 2. I think for now, I did buy these Illusions here the other day. Maduros. Let's go with one of these. These are the Reserva Extra Viejos. They are pretty good ones. They're one of my favorites from the Fuente line, but the only thing about them is they're kind of rare. They're only sold a couple times per year. That right there. So you really just have to make sure you're available to get them. So let's go right here very fast. Cigar buffet. I got so many cigars, you guys have no idea. It's what I poured a lot of my gains into over the last couple months. It's just been cigars and like harder to find cigars, Cuban cigars, like I've been saying. Definitely a lot of stuff going on there, but here we got this. I don't really like to, well, let me see. Normally I don't use this wood to light up the cigar because I just think it's kind of weird. But with you guys, let's see. I mean, again, Bitcoin's not doing anything crazy right now. We can kind of watch and wait and see. Let's go over to the 5-minute chart so we can kind of watch how this is playing out, I would say. And let's get rid of the... Ow, shit, dude. Ow, that hurts. Loki's little elbow landed right on my toe. Let's get rid of the stochastic for a little bit. There we go. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to take off this tape on here and see how that works out. There we go. Any more tape on here just so I'm not risking anything bad. Let's layer this up like this. Let's fold it like that, and I think we're good to go. All right, now I just have to use the cutter. Funny enough, I forgot my cutters here at the house when I went over to the lounge a couple days ago. I have 2 cutters that I like, they're both metal. But in order to get this cheap one, I had to buy those 2 cigars I showed you before, those little black ones. So here we go. Let's open. Why do I need the cheap one? I got the nice expensive ones right here. A little bit more weight to them. Right. And these ones are good because they kind of have some oil to them. So they're a little bit more smoky, a little bit better in my opinion. This one is a little bit longer than normal. It's a little bit drier than I used to have because it's been in that little case here for a hot minute. I need to add another humidor in there or another thing, but I think it should be fine. I just need to make sure everything is Checking out. The cracks in there. Yeah, should be good. Oh, right. Almost got it all. Talk about a wonderful draw. Wow, this is nice, breathable. All right, so we got a Fuente cigar going on here. It's wonderful. I haven't had a cigar in a hot minute, so I definitely need this. All right, but anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Oh, hey, Violet, you got 2 black German Shepherds? German Shepherds are awesome. And hey, DJ, what do you call it? I've given up on trying to go crazy with YouTube, and I care about the subscribers, I care about the views, don't get me wrong. But I'm not in the hype phase anymore. I'm just kind of in the chill, let's kind of watch the markets, be happy we're making money, and then I'm going to spend a lot of my time working on tutorials and stuff. I was stressing out about making a tutorial for you guys today, and I absolutely hated it. So right now I'm in a totally chill mood. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to deal with it later on. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. It was not going to be even that hard. I just have to compartmentalize everything and kind of break it down into parts, and then I can do it easily. Like, I think I even have one right here, maybe. Let's see. Is that it? But just small stuff like this. This is going to be for part of the tutorial that I'm making for you guys tomorrow. Like, buy when weekly smart money and oscillators are green, when number 1 is happening, and then when the daily smart money and oscillators are green. Like, I'll show examples and that type of stuff. And don't buy when this is happening. Don't buy when this is happening. Like, don't buy when the weekly charts are bearish but the daily chart is bullish. Don't buy, right? That example of that would be, oh yeah, right now the weekly charts are bearish right now because the MACD and the stochastic and the RSI all bearish. Don't buy there. Also on the daily charts here, you go over to smart money, you change those colors, we're bearish here as well. So why am I buying anything? I'm buying because I wanted to do some day trades. That's it. Day trading is the only thing I'm doing in here, and the reason is I see some opportunities on the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart sometimes, but you just in and out, you don't really hold on too long, and you can see this right here. All right, nice little pop right there. And then what's the move from yesterday that we were talking about? Boom, with the AI tokens, like world token and stuff. Look at that. Oh, beautiful moves. 4 hour chart, beautiful moves up against the resistance and the order blocks. Beautiful moves. But that's the type of stuff I want to be breaking down there. Not the order block stuff, but like, you know, when to buy, when to sell, that type of stuff. Because it's a very good strategy and it really works. But my ADHD really stops me from articulating the wonders of that strategy. So I'm going to try to break it down tomorrow and do my best. And then I'm probably going to make the same video over maybe 5 times and try to make it better each and every time. Maybe once a month. And then I'll take all the feedback you guys give from me, and I'll make the next video better and the next video better, so I can do a full-on tutorial about it, if that makes sense. But you know, I'm not going to try to make it like 5 hours long or something like that, just something of a shorter time frame. I need a case like that for my pistols. I like that. You can use it for pistols. It's meant for pistols. It's not meant for cigars. I tell you that. It's not meant for it. I use it for cigars, but on the box it says it's for pistols, camera equipment, electronics, and tools, and valuables. You know, nice little lock and everything on it. You can lock it up with locks if you want to on the sides right there. It's all for you. Did I go vegan? Kind of vegan. I haven't been able to go full vegan because basically what I was doing for the last couple weeks is for breakfast and lunch, I will have a smoothie. And then at dinner, I will have some type of meat product and then a vegetable side. And whatever, like I've been trying all these fake meats and they really, really suck. I tried putting this vegan protein stuff into my smoothies and I really don't like it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm eating vitamins. I'm having smoothies that have mango, strawberries, bananas, blueberries, raspberries, some other stuff inside of them like flax seeds, chia seeds, and some coconut milk, and you blend it all together, and I absolutely love it. I can have that for breakfast and lunch, no problem. But with the protein, I hate protein inside my smoothies. It tastes freaking disgusting. So instead, I'm just having hard-boiled eggs for protein, and then I'm having vitamins to get all that extra daily stuff, because I was talking to my nutritionist. Like, so I have everything I need, but it's in a very particular weird order. But I don't care. I like having smoothies twice a day. The only thing that sucks about smoothies twice a day is you have to clean up all the mess from the smoothies, which isn't crazy because you're drinking out of the cup, but you want to clean the cup out, because if you don't clean the cup, it dries out, and then it's very hard to clean out a dry smoothie out of a cup, in case you guys need to know that. But yeah, it's been pretty good. I've had a lot more energy lately, which is kind of nice. And if I do occasionally eat bad food, which I still do, it's usually every Friday when I go to the Cigar Lounge. That's kind of like my, oh, let's eat bad food tonight type of thing, where maybe I'll have some mac and cheese or something like that. And Fuente's at Tampa. Yeah, these ones right now, these are, what's the Fuente I have right now? That is a freaking great Fuente. I like that dried out a little bit more. This is a, number 16 Maduro. So this is it. I got a box of these. Basically this, right? The box looks exactly like that with that little red ribbon and stuff. Except it has like a white paper on top of it too. They're really, really good. They're like $510 for a box, unfortunately, but like, they're so good. They're so freaking good. I had to have them. But yeah, they're one of my favorite cigars out there right now. My favorite is actually a size smaller than this, honestly. But these ones are actually still good by themselves. So I still bought a box of this. I don't know if they have. Let's see if I can find the ones that they have here. No. It's the sharks. Shark. Box of 20 or 50. I think it's the sharks that I'm looking for normally. I don't see the shape that I'm looking for. Normally it's a little bit more of a pointed size. That's why I'm looking for it, but I can't find it. Yeah. But the ones I have right now, those are these ones. Oh yeah. Fuente Anejo number 60 MDs. So MD just means Maduro. Great cigars. Great cigars. And this one right now, holy moly, it's a pleasure. Check out the Voltec Humidor. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. What do you call it? I should probably look. Oh, I don't know. I have a very cheap humidor set up myself, and even though it has like thousands of dollars of cigars now at this point in time. Where do I see the price going for Bitcoin? In the short term here, we're still bullish on that weekly chart. Is still grinding us down there a little bit. I'd probably say right now I'd rather be bullish than bearish like before. But let me show you this very fast. This trend line extends. That's pretty much our support level at this point in time. The only reason I'm still looking at an opportunity is because I think we're going to try to dip and then rip here over the next couple days. And that's the overall move. I'm not saying we're going to buy right now and Bitcoin just going to go up. It's definitely going to go sideways for a little bit, then move up, break out right there, retest, and do some fun over there. Short term, you might even say short term is a little bit more bearish, but I'd rather be buying at this point, hoping for a large move to happen sometime tomorrow or the day after. But I think right now it's mostly been day trading has been the goal here, especially with the AI tokens. That's been nice. So I'm kind of iffy about what happens over the next 24 hours though. You've helped me so much, bro. I never doubt your NRG. I appreciate that, man. See me. What's right there? Made a good money off of Donald Trump AMD and sleeper is Zom. Zom shows the most longer term. Zom, is that Exxon Mobil? I've been in that for a hot minute. Plus, they just bought up all my beloved PXD, so I'm out of PXD now. I've been looking for a place to allocate more funds. Bonk. Bonk's been having a rough time of it because it had a pretty good day a while ago, but you can see, you know, it broke out, had a nice move, got rejected at resistance levels from way back over here. Why does it do that? These little things on the bottom. There you go. Sometimes it just kind of sticks there. Yeah, there you go. Got rejected, came back down, looking for a double bottom. Double top. Now it looks like we're actually trying to bounce off for the 20 and the 50 here, moving averages. The 4 hour still bearish here. This would probably come back down as far as 23. What is this back over here? 22,585. For me though, I'm actually just looking for a way for this to break out, and I'd probably try to trade that breakout once the 4 hour chart's looking a little bit better. So I might look to buy this sometime later on tonight or tomorrow morning for a move that could take us back up here towards 2672. Yeah, or even higher back up there. I don't think this is going to be a double top that brings us back down here all the way down towards, you know, 1331 or something like that. I think we're just looking for consolidation before a breakout here. But that aligns with what I'm talking about with Bitcoin too, a little bit more down, then having that larger move up, probably as far as 22.8 or maybe 22.5, 22.7, somewhere kind of around that range. Everything looks pretty much the same at this point. Hopefully though, Bitcoin can try to rally back on here. This looks like such a weird chart. What do I think about the SEC suing Robinhood crypto exchange? The SEC is doing a money grab. I mean, the SEC is not good faith actors at this point in time. I think we all understand that. For whatever reason, there are a section of congressmen and women who just hate Bitcoin. They hate cryptocurrency. They hate it all. So they're trying to abuse their power, and I use that, I take that seriously, the abuse word. They're abusing their power to try to slow down the move of cryptocurrency because, again, let's say that Joe Biden loses, and I think right now the polling would suggest he would lose to Trump at this point. Anything could still happen before the election. But if Trump were to win or RFK were to win or something like that, then what would happen? You would definitely see a more pro-crypto approach coming from the bureaucracies themselves. So, you know, it sucks, it does, but I don't think we're going to have to deal with it for so much longer here. The worst case scenario for crypto would, you know, from a bureaucracy point of view, would be if Joe Biden won again. I don't think cryptocurrency is on the top priority of a lot of people out there, so I don't assume people are going to go out there to vote for crypto for the most part. Maybe some of us will, maybe some of you guys will, right? But for most people, probably not. I think we're just going to have to let the courts do their thing, and we're just going to have to wait for it. I do not think the SEC is going to win any of these battles. I think they're just going to take a long time to grind on, and then a judge is going to eventually hand down a sentence saying, no, you cannot do this, SEC. This is illegal. You must stop. The winner of this case is blank. Coinbase, Robinhood, whoever, whatever. They're going to be the person winning that type of case. And hey, Villas, I appreciate that a lot, my man. Silky is perfect for travel. Oh, yeah, it is. That box is great. Can't relate, mostly meat diet here. I need to lose weight, so that's why I'm going down the smoothie route myself. Buy zones for Fetch. Fetch is kind of interesting right now because it kind of already hit that buy zone. That buy zone to me was the 20 moving average here on the 4 hour chart. I was hoping it might hold up a little bit better, but as I kind of look back, we didn't really do much holding here in the first place. Not much holding on there in the first place. We would always kind of come down into it a little bit more than before kind of making that bounce. Now, I would say if we come back down, it'll probably be the 200 moving average here. But look at this. We're going to get squeezed here pretty soon between the 20-day moving average and the 50. And I think right now we're looking for that larger breakout on that side to actually keep us going higher, where we have that trend line right there, like that. Let me just have a formal line there just to make it easier. All right, where we broken out, MACD is good, stochastic is good, RSI is good. Let me double check the stochastic is good. Yeah, everything's good. So I'm kind of like would already be in a position at this point, and I'm basically just waiting for that launch to take place. So this is kind of that buying zone. If it does dump, you're going to be looking at that support level being kind of, I guess even maybe a wick down to 270 to 227 or something like that. But at this point, I'm just kind of dollar cost averaging, waiting for a large move to take place. And you can see kind of here as well, there's kind of a time limit on this sucker. We want to start moving before Thursday at 1 p.m. That's plenty of time. But we want to see this consolidation lead to a breakout sometime later on tomorrow. Because again, trend line, that breakout could happen sometime around 9 p.m. tomorrow, whatever. That's the move you guys are hoping for. Maybe it'll take a little more of a dip before ultimately making that larger move. But sometime tomorrow is when, if the move is going to happen, that's where it'd be. Because we already broke out once. It's a pretty nice breakout if you ask me. Now we're just looking to have a consolidation there and have a formal breakout that can get us above this level of resistance, this level of resistance, this kind of cluster of resistance, if you will, that's there. That's kind of the big issue, which is why I don't think we've actually managed to have that clear, nice move up here. But we're pretty close to those levels of support. Or actually, if you wanted something beyond that, I'd have that support level just be right down here around 187 or so. Kind of goes all the way across 185, 187. If things get bad. There we are. And hey, Jar, this will be my first bull run. I came into crypto towards the top of the last run, bags loaded and hoping for the best. I won't sell until we get towards the end of the year. At this point in time, the long-term investors are definitely having a lot more fun with it than the short-term investors. Now, you're kind of at a long-term investing point where everything's kind of like shitty at the same time. However, just give the market some time. Really, what makes this, like we talked about earlier, what makes this cycle so annoying is that we have to rely on inflation, economic data, and interest rates. We have to think about all that stuff a lot more than normal. And this time we're not in a pandemic either, so there's not unlimited amounts of money being thrown out by the government, unfortunately. So again, give it some time. I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm holding a bunch of stuff. I'm holding Dogecoin from last cycle too, and we're going to see where it goes. And hey, Discount, happy to see my man. I'm doing pretty well. Smoking a nice little cigar here, enjoying life, and just waiting for Bitcoin to do something interesting besides go down. And hey, Cleo, right now, as far as a Doge short at 15.4, I mean, right now I would say it's safe, but I mean, it sounds like you probably have a really large leverage there. You might think about scaling out a little bit or just moving up your stop loss, basically. I don't really see much reason to be worried about a Dogecoin short here. As long as you have a stop loss, I'd feel okay. Because again, on the 4-hour chart here, you're seeing Bitcoin heading down, right? Everything's turning bearish here. Sure, we've had a little bit of a hiccup right here, but that overall trend is coming down. The thing about Dogecoin is, like everything else, if Bitcoin goes back up a little bit more to kind of finish off a higher low, to me a lower high, that's still going to make Dogecoin to go back up a little bit as well, which you could definitely see Dogecoin possibly coming back up to here before making another push down towards maybe 1438. For me, I typically might scale some out here, and then I might move my stop loss up. So maybe if it does break this level and starts to go higher, and you open up a trade somewhere over here, you could at least break even on that part of the trade or make a small amount of profit, but you've locked in some gains right there. But again, remember, I typically sell way too early, so that's the way I think about it. You can see this downtrend right there where we just started to break down. That might have been what you were trading, actually. The trend is there. It's doing fine. But every now and again, we have that same type of thing where you see a breakdown, breaks down, comes back up, then eventually starts to move back down here. I would say at this point, I would just make sure to have that stop loss moving up. You might not have to scale out, but moving that stop loss up a little bit would help you out, or stop loss down, I guess you would say. And let's get rid of that one. one right there too. Perfect. And hey, Waldo, oh, you haven't missed much here. You haven't missed much at all. Best coin to dollar cost average if I'm using Robinhood? Oh, I mean, there's not many lower market cap tokens over there. I think the cheapest one from a market cap perspective might be something like a Compound, perhaps. That might be your best bet. You can also do your typical Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that. But I would say Compound, I think, is the cheapest one they have as far as market cap. Not price, but market cap. So there's Aave, AVAX, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Link, Compound, Doge, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Shiba Inu, XLM, XTZ, Uniswap, and USDC coin. Not all tokens are available in every state, so that could be interesting as well. So if I was to build a list here, Bitcoin Cash, Comp, maybe Uniswap, or if not Uniswap, Dogecoin or Sheep Flipper coin on those ones. But I would have Compound and Bitcoin Cash in there. Those can be pretty volatile during a bull market for sure. Do you think OpenSea is legit offering me an NFT? I don't do much with OpenSea, but I typically don't like to give wallet information out and stuff like that. So like if you go to OpenSea's website and they're just offering free NFTs, that's probably legit. But if you got to make sure it's the proper OpenSea website. You'd probably want to confirm by checking out their X account and seeing if they're actually doing some type of promo around that token or NFT, just to add some legitimacy to it. And if for whatever reason you just feel like it's fake and you don't want to take the chance, don't take the chance. There's no reason to. It's just an NFT. There we go. So I wouldn't try to force that at all. Oh, this almost has like a cognac to it. Actually, oh, no. OpenSea here. Whatever happened to the days when Ape was all the way up at the top? There's a Mutant Ape Yacht Club. That's something. Apollo program by MetaStreet. Persona. Little Pudgies. There's always something new each cycle. So let's check out, I want to check out these two. So this is Apollo. What's the question marks though? Pre-reveal? I don't know what this means. So listed. What's listed right now? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. That's okay. Little Pudgies. You know what I mean? I've never understood this type of stuff here. I really have no idea how this stuff works. The NFTs I think about are more from corporate levels, you know? But this is the new hot thing. Price low to high. Let's go price high to low. 432 Ethereum. Holy freaking moly. Who's going to be buying that shit? 100 Ethereum, 62 Ethereum, 40 Ethereum, 42.69 Ethereum. Why don't they just have 69,420 Ethereum? That's what I'd be looking for. I don't know. There's a lot of... I don't know. I just don't know. But I don't see anything as far as giving free NFTs out. I don't see anything like that happening on OpenSea. You'd probably have to go check out their X account here. They have a link to it on the bottom? Yeah. Food Masku. Okay, a performance artist, photographer known for his iconic food face mask creations. Our latest interview reveals his artistic influences, unique processes, and career so far. Oh, geez. I mean, heck, you know. Do what you gotta do. This is a wild time, guys. If this makes you money, this makes you money. Looks like pumpkins and ginger, perhaps? You know, aromatic. Sesame balls and donuts from The Simpsons, plus some avocado earrings. You know, not my style, but it might fit in California or something like that. You never know. But I don't see anything like that on there. Solana, let me see. I can do a quick check on this one. Remember, most tokens are going to look pretty much the same at this point. This one actually, oh, it looks pretty similar to the last one too. So you see how we're getting squeezed right now between the 50 and the 20-day moving averages? We're hoping that this squeeze is going to make us move up a little bit higher. Right now, what we're doing is we're having a smaller breakout. So you saw right here, there was a breakout. Didn't really do much afterwards. Now we're looking at a breakout part 2 right there. This one seems to be doing a little bit better at this point. What you're hoping for Solana is, since we have some bullish moves plus some a breakout plus the weekly chart, you know, still kind of bearish, not the best opportunity to be buying. You're really in this process hoping for a move that takes you back up close to 175 before maybe falling back down here for another wave down. Again, unless we have some really good CPI numbers, yada yada yada, that can really have a large turnaround. At this point in time, though, things like Solana, short-term moves over the next couple weeks. After that, you're probably going to sell. Just like how I've been selling off a lot of my stuff after 12 to 24 hours. It's that same type of mentality here, where the overall trend is down, so you're only going to be doing small trades up until we actually break out. On that break, you can also take another opportunity if you want to. There we go. And hey, Jesus, happy to see my man. There's a great movie, Gatsby. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen that movie, the new movie. I remember reading the book and hating the book so much, I just never watched the movie. Normally, whenever I have to do readings for school, I think I had to read it in like 11th or 10th grade. Absolutely hated the book. Hated it. Anytime I'm forced to read, I just can't stand it. If I read a book I like and I just find it in the library, sure, I'll enjoy it. Not being told what to read, though, it breaks my heart. And hey, I'm happy to see my man dollar cost averaging today. It's definitely the thing to be doing. It's definitely the best thing that I found to do at this point in time. I've been doing some day trading, as you guys know. That's been working out pretty fine. But as far as dollar cost averaging, that's just like soothing for the soul. I'm adding more Bitcoin, adding more Ethereum, more Dogecoin, more Fetch, more Ocean, more RLC, FA, World Token, even some a little bit more STMX and stuff out there. I don't get it. They are JPEGs. Again, there are NFTs that matter, but they're NFTs from a corporate standpoint. This is like going to a gallery in the downtown area and then just buying something off the wall and hoping that the value increases over time. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not going to pay this much for it, but I'm sure the market will allow, the market is open for people buying stuff like this, and it's weird, I get it, but people are spending the money, so why not just join the crowd? You know what I mean? Like here, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'm asking ChatGPT to give me some information about what Microsoft is doing so you can kind of understand from that viewpoint. But basically, they're tokenizing and asset management. So let me see. It's loading, so I don't know if it wants to give me the information. Oh, Microsoft owns ChatGPT, don't they? No, yeah, it does. Maybe I'm hitting a nerve or something. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, huh? Uh, no, it's not giving me much information. Basically, it says tokenizing of a real world assets. Microsoft has shown interest in leveraging blockchain technology to tokenize real world assets. Digital collectibles and gaming. While not limited to NFTs, Microsoft has explored the use of blockchain for managing digital collectibles and in-game assets. That I don't know much about. But the supply chain traceability and provenance, this is where when I go to crypto meetings in Seattle, excuse me, this is some of the stuff that I learn about that they're doing. I'm not a programmer, I'm not a computer scientist, so it really flies over my head, to be honest. But they're always so excited when they're talking about it because they know they're saving money and it's like they're getting more funding, which is great. But basically, by tokenizing products and recording their journey on a distributed ledger, stakeholders can track the origin, authenticity, and movement of goods through the supply chain. This enhances transparency, reduces counterfeiting, and improves compliance with regulatory requirements. Can you imagine if Boeing was doing some stuff like that? Oh God, that'd be great. But you get the point there. There are ways you can make money off it, but most of it's just the JPEG stuff. But again, I'm no expert. I will never come to be an expert on NFTs. I just don't know enough about them. I see there's a marketplace. I see people buying or selling them. They can do whatever they want. Will I buy an NFT? Probably not an expensive one. Maybe a cheap one of these days. And hey, Donald Dump. Can AI tokens go crazy with NVIDIA earnings? Yes, but you're most likely going to have to see Bitcoin doing well too. All right. Now, when it comes to here, when you see NVIDIA, you see it still consolidating, going sideways, had a small breakout here, doing okay. I wouldn't even use that. I'd use this trend line right here to talk about that breakout. But earnings are on Wednesday, May 22nd. That's well after CPI data. So I wouldn't be making any trades now based on what's going to be happening with the earnings report. But yes, if we do have a good earnings report, that could lead to AI tokens having some really good moves for 5 to 24 hours afterwards, basically after the move. And that could be really nice to see. But, again, really pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing, because if Bitcoin's going sideways during that time, it's going to be good for AI tokens. If Bitcoin's going down and then we have good news coming out from AI, NVIDIA and stuff, that's not going to be great overall, because those AI tokens will still be coming down just because Bitcoin's coming down. But if Bitcoin is neutral or bullish, oh yeah, you better believe it's going to be some great moves for the AI tokens. $100x short, oh my God, dude, you're going crazy for it. If you're going for it, just protect yourself with a stop loss, because right now there's definitely a battle going on where they're trying to push this up a little bit higher, just up until maybe $63,000. But with 100x short, that few $100 can really be a pain in the ass. You can track everything already. It's called serial number and inventory. Apparently, the way, again, it goes over my head. I'm not even going to try to say that I understand all of it. Microsoft is the head of the Microsoft people that I was talking with. They're like, top dogs, not like they're top people in their field at Microsoft, but they're not like C-suite executives. I don't want to give that type of impression. They're saying it's cheaper to do the blockchain method and it's easier to maintain and manage, which I don't completely understand. But when they get into those details, I'm just like, okay, cool. I get what you're trying to say, but I don't understand what you're trying to say. Like here, hold on. Oh, my. Google has got my last name for these little freezes. It's been TF Labs. Maybe I'll go over here to the blog. I don't remember exactly what it was. I've skipped the last few meetings here. This guy's really, really chill. He's a cool crypto lawyer. Oh, this guy. This is the Microsoft guy. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So this is March 8th. This was a hot minute. This was a long time ago. This is the guy from Microsoft. So let me see. Oh no, that's not the lawyer guy. Oh my god, that's the guy from this is the guy from T-Mobile. My bad. I thought he was the lawyer guy. The lawyer guy that I know, he's really, really chill, but I can't remember people's faces for whatever reason. Okay, let me go over here very fast. Yeah, York Rhodes of Microsoft. Let me see if do they have a, oh, they have a thing from, yeah. Yeah, co-founder, blockchain at Microsoft, AI and Web3 enthusiast. This guy knows everything that's going on here. Director of Digital Transformation, Blockchain, Cloud Supply Chain. He's had a job for he's had this job for 3 years. But I mean, co-founder, Blockchain, Microsoft, Principal Program Manager, Blockchain Engineering, Microsoft Azure. I don't know what all this stuff means. But basically, the guy is a wizard when it comes to blockchain technology for corporate use. I wish, does he have any... Supposed? No, that's not the guy. I wish there was a video. I thought there was a video. Okay, yeah, if you go to TF Labs, not many people watch this. This is like literally just people in Seattle, a little meetup group that we have. And every now and then I'm going to go to this maybe once every few months. And then I will listen to these people talk and kind of just like learn a little bit about what's going on. Yeah, it's this one. See, I remember we watched like this a month ago, right? So very, 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 very dry stuff. But like if I were to put my headphones on very fast, put the music on pause very quickly, turn my headphone volume down just a little bit, just listen to this very fast. I'm going to put this news section on here. I'm going to put my headphones up all the way. The heck is this? Yeah, there we are. Just listen to this. It's very, very dry. I'm just telling you now.
Controls example that we used. I'm going to give you public numbers here, so not saying anything that I shouldn't say. If you search on the internet, how much money does Microsoft spend in their cloud capex per year? You can find a number. It's $28 billion probably is the number that you'll find. $28 billion per year. That's a run rate of multiple $1 billion per month, right? All of that is flowing through our blockchain tokenized infrastructure, and we're able to get the efficiencies out of that and know, for example, exactly when a chip manufacturer ships stuff out of their factory, when it arrives in our warehouse, when the invoicing process starts, when we have to actually fund the warehouse to pay the invoice. And so we do just-in-time funding, which is where we get the capital expenditure value proposition. And if anyone knows CapEx value propositions, different CFO or...
That's all. I'm going to just let him play that there. I'd encourage you guys to watch. It is actually pretty interesting. But again, a lot of that stuff is kind of similar to what you were just talking about a few seconds ago, as far as what was exactly that thing you just talked about. Wait for it. Whatever, that the ledger stuff you were talking about a few seconds ago. So it is pretty interesting. I enjoy listening to it. It just kind of goes over my head sometimes, to be honest. But how do I say it? Like the fact that they're doing so much with the blockchain, that's kind of like excitingly, that excites me. Because I know the technology is making strides. I know Microsoft's making a lot of money from it. And the fact that they're like actively working on a massive blockchain project and they have tons of stuff going on the blockchain, that's freaking insane. Even if it's a private blockchain that's only run by Microsoft, you gotta believe there's gonna be more projects like that over time, and it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. It's just that, you get what I'm saying. Like a lot of it goes over my head, but I can see the strides happening. When I go to events like that, sometimes I feel like I want to fall asleep, but at least I'm learning something there. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, see, there I am right there. I don't really. Who's that guy? That's the guy with the T-Mobile guy. That's one of the other hosts. I was bald, guys. I was bald. But yeah, so I go to these events every now and again. They're really, really fun. And you just learn a lot about the actual, like, what's going on behind the scenes of not necessarily crypto prices and the, crypto stocks and coins and stuff like that. More about what's happening from the technology perspective. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy learning about that type of stuff. And hey, Francisco, happy to see you back, man, as well. I pulled the cigars back out. I know my ear is finally good to go. I'm not as sick anymore, so now I can kind of just smoke a little bit more. I'm gonna feel how I'm gonna see how I feel after smoking this cigar, and then I'm like, if I feel good about this, I'm gonna start going more to the cigar lounge and stuff like that, and I'll be back to normal. I just gotta really make sure I wash my face often for the pollen and stuff like that, and hopefully everything stays calm and my ears don't freak out again. There we go. Let me double check that very fast. And hey, Waldo, I interviewed Kevin Scott last night. Actually, oh, dude, that's wild. Well, how did that go? Now I'm curious. And hey, Hans, happy to see you, my man. Guten Tag, happy to see you as well. All right, there we go. Let me keep on smoking this cigar. Right now, guys, basically just waiting in this little boring mood for Bitcoin. Coming down slightly here. Different ways you can view the charts at this point, but the good news I think overall is we did break out recently. We're kind of retesting that support right now, and we're trying to bounce off of this and go higher. You can also see kind of a channel at this point. Hopefully we can grind up and go higher. That remains to be seen, I guess you could say. But I do think we could get some good news here, hopefully tomorrow, the day after, which would give us a little bit more of a pump. What's the news coming out tomorrow, though? I forgot what it was. It's tomorrow's Wednesday. Let's see. So we got wholesale inventories. The Fed Vice Chair Philip Jefferson speaks. Boston Fed President Susan Collins speaks, and the Fed Governor Cook speaks. So we'll get a little bit of news. I don't think it'll be crazy, but maybe the only thing that'll really matter is the wholesale inventories. Thursday, initial jobless claims. That'll be important if you ask me. Only if it's a surprise. If it's not a surprise, it won't really matter all too much. But if it's a surprise, that'll be something. And then we got consumer sentiment on Friday. That could lead to a potential larger move, which could be interesting. But let me see. Median forecast for this is going to be 76. That's worse than last month. So that could be it. The next Tuesday is core PPI. Next Wednesday is core CPI. That's going to be a biggie. Oh. CPI year over year. There still is no consensus about what that is going to be. I wonder if Trading Economics has it. No, must be the third one then. Oh, didn't I just... Okay, here it is. No. There we go. They just call it a different thing. Yeah, we still don't have the forecast, the consensus, nothing yet. So maybe that'll come out fairly soon. Or, you know, sometime this weekend or something like that. All right, let me make a scene right there. Push that up a little bit. All right, sorry about that. I'm gonna get rid of some of these extra tabs that I have so YouTube is working pretty smoothly here. There we are. Anything really popping off today? It doesn't look like it. Let's see. AIOZ is up 8%, ENA is up 4%, Tron's up 2%. There's a little bit. Render seems to be making a good play, continuing off of the move we saw yesterday, so Render could be something. I typically haven't gone crazy for Render, like a dollar cost average into it, but I haven't done a very long-term, like really heavy buy just because the market cap is $4 billion. I've been trying to buy up on some of those other ones, like go down here a little bit, I can find them. RLC right there, there's one Numera right there, in the hundreds of millions of dollars of market cap. I've been more interested in some of those, even things like Fala, much lower market cap here. But to be honest, I think if I go over to Blowfin, it's going to make me log in again, isn't it? Please don't make me log in again. I hate when I have to log in. Yeah, I have to log in. Okay, hold on a second. It's so much security, which is nice, but yeah, at the same time, because I give it my password, I give it my email, log in, and then it has to send me a code, and then confirm. There we go. Go back over here to futures. These are the high risk tokens that we've been doing here. Popcats come down a little bit more. BNX is still around the same. Things like Turbo. Well, I guess no. Turbo is only down about 4% now. All right. I bought a little bit down here a few days ago, like a week ago. The average is, it was positive for a hot minute. That's interesting. So some of these smaller AI tokens, Turbo is a meme token created by AI. So it's kind of an AI meme token. I have really high hopes for this one. But yeah, it's still a very risky play. What's the market cap on something like a Turbo right now, though? Turbo. Oh, God, its number is 632. So it's, yeah, it has a $46 million market cap. And I have a 3x long on it. So there's definitely going to be a lot of volatility with this one. Let's just say that. Because if I started buying it over here and it went down as far as there, yeah, it was down over 100% at one point. So yeah, let's see how that works out. Now it's only down 3%. So, you know, it could be worse. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff down here on this list that's where I haven't bought up a whole bunch. Like Pixel. Pixel's down to 100 because I bought only one time right there. A small amount, but I did buy right there. And I'm waiting to see if it'll eventually come back up. Maybe I'll toss some more money into it later on if I add some more capital into this one. But yeah, so a lot of high risk plays here. A lot of high risk plays. Like even, let me see, anything else in here? Boom. Silly. This, I only invest like 20 bucks into this one, but it's down quite a bit here as well. What is Silly though? See, I bought some of these just because they had low market caps and I just didn't really know what was going on. Silly Dragon. Oh geez, this market cap is 19 million. Again, these are really crazy YOLOs, but if they hit with a 2x or 3x leverage, even with fees, and even with 20 bucks or 30 bucks, it's gonna be a great time for me, a great little time to be making some money. But again, gonna have to let that cook for a little bit because it's definitely down since I bought it. But again, that's why you do the separate portfolio for the high risk type of stuff. That's why I like Blowfin right now, because it's available to me where I live in my state. Because I don't have access to every exchange living in Washington. I can load up on those low market cap tokens over there without having to worry, and I can load up on them with leverage, which is a crazy thing. Even if I'm investing 10 bucks or 20 bucks, I love that I can invest that little bit of money with some leverage, just kind of let it sit. Let the fees take some nibbles out of it, that's for sure. But I'm hoping over time it ends up making me some good money. Wish I could take advantage of some of this drop, but I'm only a few days away from payday. Hey, whatever your dollar cost average day is, stick to it. Don't feel like you have to rush. Don't feel like you have to rush. The market will be fine. You're going to be fine. I invest every Thursday. Even when the market's crashing down, sometimes I add a little bit more in there. But, you know, this isn't such a crash right here where I'm like, oh, I'm going to be diving in there. This, yeah, I was like, ah. But Thursday came around, and Thursday was still a good opportunity. Then, boom, we went up, you know? Thursday was right over here. We went up after that. We dumped going into Thursday. This one, we came down, dumped. Thursday was right over here. Thursday was all this kind of move, and then it kind of went up a little bit higher. Thursday, I bought some right here. It went down. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but you know, Thursday is a good day to invest if you ask me. That's typically when I like to go in there. And to what, today's Tuesday, so we got a couple more days until Thursday anyway, right? Today's Tuesday, yeah. My time schedule has been completely awful this week. Can move right there. Yeah, we're good to go. All right, sorry. Making sure YouTube is still doing okay. It's been having some issues as of late. Let's see. Any more news? Well, at least the futures are doing okay. Not crazy, not bad, not good. You know, just unch. But yeah, there's really not much news being made this week, which is kind of surprising. Gold stocks and ETFs to buy. Altimeter's Brad says he'll trim positions across his portfolio. Trump classified documents trial in Florida postponed indefinitely. Postponed indefinitely? Oh, it must be because there's probably not enough time for it or something. Dow closes slightly higher. Tesla must provide NHTSA with autopilot recall data by July or face up to $135 million in fees. Stormy Daniels. Elizabeth Holmes sees more months trimmed from... That is just crazy. She gets... it's just bullshit. Let's see. Reddit CEO talks advertising. TikTok sues U.S. government. Not a whole bunch of big news as far as I'm concerned. Anything as far as like the big things. Oh, Disney got hit hard after earnings today. That's not good. Well, that's good. Remember, I sold all my Disney a few weeks ago after the takeover thing failed from Peltz. I was like, okay, once this thing is over, I'm out, and I've been out. I've been happy with I was happy with the returns I got from it, though. Due to my work, I only get paid once a month. Oh, that's wild. I mean, I guess that's how YouTube pays me once a month, but I also, I get money from like, trading and stuff like that, so I can kind of pull it out whenever I need it. But I don't know, you got to budget appropriately for that type of stuff. Definitely have to budget appropriately. For me, I haven't been budgeting very well. I've been spending like $1,000 on cigars every month, so I'm trying to hold back on that here and just smoke what I got for a little bit. I got a lot of high-end cigars, I got a lot of medium cigars, and I got a lot of cheap cigars. I'm thinking of trying to smoke some of those cheap cigars and see how they taste, but if I don't like them, I just won't finish them. Whereas if I didn't like this quality cigar, I guess I probably wouldn't finish it either. What am I talking about? But I usually like quality cigars. I like the flavor, like testing it out all the way through. Cheap cigars, the flavor will be like, it'd be real bad. Let's see. Yeah, we're not looking very terrible right now, guys. I mean, things are kind of okay, but I like where we're at. Plus the 4-hour chart here, it's really just, can we bounce off of this and try to make another move? Because you can see that channel that we were just talking about. You can call this a downward channel or even a downward wedge. Either way, if we manage to break out here sometime tomorrow, that's going to be a really big move that I think a lot of people are going to try to latch onto. And that's one of the reasons I told you guys, if you wanted to be more aggressive, you could buy right now and kind of have a stop loss around 61.5 and then just wait for the move to come along throughout tomorrow. That's probably the play I'd say for right now. I don't know if I want to buy Bitcoin though. I think I kind of want to buy some meme tokens and some AI tokens for day trades if I want to do that. Because you can see different things out there like a whiff. Whiff's coming down pretty hard. If I can find the bottom of this fairly soon, I'd be pretty happy with that one. It doesn't look like there's bottoms in, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Things like Bonk, it looks like it's trying to bottom off a little bit right now for that old support level. I may give this an opportunity. Miro here, looking at support. I think meme tokens need a little bit more time to cook before I buy into them. How's Book of Meme looking? Yeah, same thing. A little bit more time to cook. Not a lot, but a little bit more time. AI tokens right now. Fetch. They're at support levels 2. PHA support level right there. RNDR. Look at that. I mean, it hit the 1 level. That's why I would scale out right there. This is where I scaled out yesterday, actually, or this morning, I would say. What was it? Because most of my things hit this morning. This earlier breakout over here last night. Yeah, early this morning it hit the price target and you sell. The only thing is it went up higher than I thought, so I thought it was going to hit right here, but it went a little bit higher. But you see that level of resistance up here as far as the daily chart resistance. Yeah, I think AI tokens are still the place to be right now for day trades. Meme tokens, I'm watching patiently, and maybe I'll try to see if we have another dip later on tonight. I'll be able to buy, but I want to see if AI, not necessarily render, because render's gone up a little bit too high. These type of tokens are falling down a little bit more. Maybe if they come down a little bit more. Actually, maybe they need to come a little bit more like just the meme tokens. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait a little bit, see if I can find an opening here, because I don't really see many good opportunities here at this point in time. I see Pendle bouncing off a little bit, NMR trying to do something. Nothing is really like, wow, Michael, you want to go buy that? Ethereum Classic? No. It's making a decent move right now for the day, but I don't think there's anything appropriate for me to start trading up at this point in time. How's the dollar index looking? The dollar index is still going higher as well, and I might have a breakout here pretty soon. And instead of coming down here to support, we might have to go up a little bit more before curling over for that lower high there. So it might not be until later on tonight when I actually have an opportunity to buy. And if it's later on tonight, I might be asleep. So I might not actually get an opportunity to trade today. Because a lot of these trades that we've been taking, they've been very short. They've been 12 hours, 24 hours. They haven't been anything over a couple days, 3 days, 4 days. Not like that. Oil coming down as well. Whatever ceasefire was agreed to by Hamas and Israel, it looks like it didn't go through. So that's not good news for us. Maybe good. I don't know who the good. Yeah, it's just not going to be good news for us for a while. We're hoping they can get to some type of ceasefire here. Maybe a small breakout coming up pretty soon to push us up though. And always Bitcoin boss, I appreciate it a lot. Especially for the last couple hours. Oh yeah, what do you call it? I like to stream a lot. It soothes the soul. An AI token for a day trade? I'd be looking for the 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart and looking for some moving averages to play with on those AI tokens. So maybe NMR. NMR would probably be one for day trading here. It might need to consolidate a little bit more before making that breakout, but that's one I would say. Fetch AI? No. Fa? Maybe for a day trade off a bounce here, but not much after that. Ajax? No. Whale token? No. RNDR? Possibly, but more of a bearish move for a potential shoulder, head and shoulders playing on later on. GRT? No. RLC? No. So I might say right now NMR is probably my favorite for having a larger move. It is a lower market cap play though, so just understand it is going to be a little bit more volatile. But from a technical perspective, that one seems to be it right now. Oh, and the 50 right there? Yeah. Much more of a day trade though. You're not going to be holding this on for more than a couple days. More than a day here. 2 days if things are still looking pretty good. But you're probably going to have to scale out in order to make a good return on your investment there. There you go. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's trying to have a reversal right now too. Dollar creeping up. I know. I want the dollar to come crashing back down, but it's not doing it. You guys are going to love AI tech? So far AI tech and AI crypto, blockchain, all of it's been absolutely fantastic for my portfolio and my wallet. But, you know, because everything is kind of going sideways and settling at this point, I'm just kind of buying more and more and more of it. I'm really curious to see what happens with NVIDIA's earnings report, because if NVIDIA has bad earnings, it's really going to hammer everything down. But they've been so good for so long. I don't really see them having some type of terrible earnings report this time. Even if it is another 15 something days away from now, I still don't see it doing anything necessarily terrible or any crazy surprises happening along that during that press release, that earnings call, etc. AI Tech the coin? Yeah, I haven't done much looking into AI token. I think I have a little bit on crypto.com, I think it is. Here. $155 million market cap. What is this actually about here? Her? Phoenix. Is this it? (26). He's a Leo. Occupation Interpol. Personality Sunder. What's a Sunder? Scheming, cold outside but warm inside. I could probably understand what that means in scheming. I don't know what Sunder means. Detective reasoning, motorcycling, view nightscapes. Some weird people, but I mean, do what you gotta do. Robot. I don't know anything about. I'm so confused. I don't know what this is. Sleepless AI. So what is it though? What is it? Oh, whoa, I didn't mean to get rid of it. What is it though? About, there we go. Several years ago, scientists confirmed the existence of parallel universes and discovered a method of transportation. Thus, a secret project called Project HIM emerged to transport a group of AI explorers to different parallel universes in order to explore new opportunities for human survival. However, the plan went awry, maybe, and the explorers were unable to return to the Earth universe. Ah, interesting. Could be a Netflix show or Tubi show. But heck, I bet it has some followers. 125,000 followers. I mean, man. What's the other AI token? Any Inu Multiverse. Those ones have too low of a market cap here. But I mean, what have I been going after? Like, pull this out here. So you get Internet Computer Tau, GRT Theta. Let's see. Yeah, Sleepless AI. It's right below Numer and it's a little bit above Follow Network. I don't really own anything after Follow though, do I? I want to buy some VAI. I own Turbo, but I don't think I own much anything else afterwards. These market caps are 30 million, 40 million. I mean, they're very, very small market caps here, so it's very, very risky just to be buying into these in the first place. But I think Grok was popular for a hot second, wasn't it? Maybe Grok is something I need to get into. It's down 4.5% so far. Number 502 at a $78 million market cap. The website, let's see. Grok AI enthusiast. This is probably underneath the Elon umbrella, perhaps, because if you know Grok, the AI and stuff. No, what's his AI called? Gronk? I forgot. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, Grok AI. Yeah. Huh. So you can buy it on plenty of exchanges though, That's a good thing. What about the exchanges that I use? No. No. Nope. So I can't buy it yet, but maybe I can buy it here in the next few weeks or so. You know, maybe it's on another exchange before I know it. And hey, CryptoNate, dollar index looks pumpy. That's what I don't want to hear. I agree, but I don't like it. I really want to see that sucker start to come back down. But again, actually, what's been happening with the yen? Yeah, it's been coming back down, hasn't it? Okay, so we've seen 2 times here where the Bank of Japan has had to insert itself into the market and prop up the currency. This is coming back down right now. Even if the dollar index looks kind of pumpy right now, which I agree, it does look bullish. That would be bearish for Bitcoin, by the way. To me, wouldn't it make sense, because they did it twice, they might do it 3 times when it comes to the Bank of Japan to prop up the price again? Because every time they prop up the price, Bitcoin goes absolutely freaking nuts. So it might just be a matter of time over the next 24 hours before Bitcoin actually does have a larger move. And again, you know, Bitcoin technicals would suggest something a little bit more bullish, I would say. Especially since, look how bearish this is at this point in time. But I think we're still good as far as the dollar index. It's going to be bumpy, don't get me wrong. The natural trend right now is for Bitcoin to come down, which you've seen over the past few weeks, and the dollar index to come up, which we've seen over the past few weeks. But if they continue to try to prop this sucker back up, I think there's an opportunity. I think there's still a pretty good opportunity. I don't see how the Bank of Japan lets their currency crash. You know, how do they let it go out of control? We saw this a little bit back a couple years ago with the euro. Remember how it just kind of like came like whoosh, I mean, just like freaking tanked for a while. I mean, Americans on TikTok were just making fun of the Europeans, for heaven's sakes, about currency, which is the craziest thing in the world. You know, we make fun of each other across the ocean all the time, you know, for food and culture issues. We make fun of each other. But for the currency, it was absolutely kind of just weird to hear that type of talk being had. But again, I don't know if the Bank of Japan is going to do it, but I think they would. So let me... Bank of Japan. News. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch this because it's Bloomberg. Are they going to block me from watching it? Yeah. The title is, Japan likely spent around $23 billion in latest yen intervention. So I would assume they're going to try to do it over and over and over again. This is 16 hours ago from Routers. Japan warns of action over rapid currency moves. So this was May 7th. So this was at 3:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 6 a.m. Eastern Time today, okay? So Japan may have to take action against any disorderly, speculative-driven foreign exchange moves, the government's top currency diplomat Masato Kanda said on Tuesday, reinforcing Tokyo's readiness to intervene again to support the fragile yen. I think they're going to do it again, and I think that's going to lead to Bitcoin going back up here. But that means you're buying on a lot of faith right now. Besides, like, here again, Bitcoin just broke out. You can see it's not been the most lively breakout. It just has not. I understand that. However, I still think we have more upside, a lot, just because of that Japanese yen issue. They're going to have to prop it up. They're going to have to cause the market to come down like they did before. And when that happens, I do think we're in a really good spot to see Bitcoin have a really surprising bounce that takes us above 64, 65, even $66,000 sometime going into next week. I don't know if it'll let us go much higher than that. Like what's the 67,300? I don't know if it'll let us go higher than that, but I think there's an opportunity for us to stabilize and try to go back up here. Only because of what's going on with Japan, because I don't see how they let their currency free fall. Like, you know, I don't see how that happens. So I'd probably say you're more likely to be bullish right now overall just because of what's going on. But this is getting into the real technical fundamentals of the way the cryptocurrency markets work. It's kind of a dry topic, isn't it? But I'd rather be long at this point. I'd just rather be long. Again, maybe more long on AI tokens. But again, give it some time to cook. Let them do it. But it's still dollar cost averaging for like, if you wanted to do smaller dollar cost averaging where you dollar cost average today, tomorrow, the day after, hoping for a larger move to come up in a few days, that's kind of how I would play it right now, unless you guys are really looking for solid day trading opportunities to be buying today and selling tomorrow. Yeah, and it's not a bad idea to like, you know, do day trade where you're holding and selling within a few hours. That's fine. I'm just saying if you're looking for that large move, you're probably going to have to give it a little bit of time. Wall Street wants us guys to be bearish and sell our tokens. Well, yeah, I mean, they've been wanting that forever, though. That's why dollar cost averaging works. That's why just holding your assets works out quite a bit. Day trading does wonders because you're in and out in the market. You're making some good fun. But again, there's going to be a whole bunch of new traders out there that might have just bought in right here, expecting us to go straight up from here. And those guys are selling right now out of a little bit of a panic. And, you know, we're just waiting, and they're going to be mad when Bitcoin eventually takes that next leg up, you know? It's that type of stuff that can definitely cause some fear. But, you know, we may go like this and then like that. We could have one last shakeup before we move up, especially with the yen going the way it is. So, you know, give it some time. I'm not too concerned at this point. That's why I think the dollar cost averaging mentality is going to work a little bit better here than just going all in right now. Truckcoon coin, oh geez. And hey, B-Way, happy to see you. These fire prices still, they've been pretty good discounts, I would have to say overall. I'm looking at the overall prices and things have been going sideways for a while since this new day started, but we're seeing NMR up a little bit here, not much, but Pendle's up a little bit here, not much. Fetch AI up a little bit since the beginning of the day. Still, you know, for the AI tokens. They've already had their move over the last few days, but buying around support, hoping for a larger move up here for a day trade. It's not, you know, it's okay at this point. Now, some are okay, some are like, you know, like, what is the other one at? World token, I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy this right here. It looks kind of creepy, or iffy. But a lot of other stuff, like NMR, yeah, I'm pretty happy with NMR trying to have a larger move up here. Injective came down a little bit too much for me. GRT, still same, yeah. There are some that have some really good support levels here. Ape token coming down quite a bit too. I mean, they've been having some nice moves for day traders, but swing traders, yeah, it's just been absolutely brutal to try to get a larger move out of this stuff. All right, everybody, I'm going to call it a night for the stream. I'm going to get some sleep, and then tomorrow I'm going to make that tutorial video for you guys. I'm hoping to have it out by Saturday, but honestly, if I finish up all the recording tomorrow, I should be able to edit everything at night after tomorrow's stream is over, and then I should have it ready to go Thursday or Friday. Thursday if I still have to edit a little bit more. But basically for these tutorials, I'm gonna make a tutorial for you guys. I put out a video today, but I'm gonna keep on asking over the next few daily videos that I do, the daily updates. Don't answer now because I'm gonna hop off the stream here in a second. Let me know what you guys are looking for as far as tutorials. I'm very curious about it because when I look up trading tutorials online, I get this type of stuff. Or maybe what are you guys searching on YouTube? I'm looking for the exact terms and keywords that you guys are searching for. You know, trading for beginners part 1, how to start trading stocks as a complete beginner, day trading for beginners, the basics. A lot of this stuff is good, but it doesn't take you to that next level. And that's where I like to show you guys what's going on, because even the trading channel, this doesn't get you to that like, hey, this is a strategy that works all the time. Like where your portfolio is always going up over time. It doesn't work like that. And so I'm trying my best to make those tutorials where it's really nitty gritty, but at least it works, right? So let me know when I post videos in the morning or through my daily content, like what you guys are looking for there, because I'm really curious to see if you guys watch tutorial videos at all, what are you guys looking for? Because I think I need help as far as understanding what you guys are searching for in those search bars, okay? So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel.